This is where sanitation comes in tonight. It's going to face the New York City Police Department.
And this is a grudge match, George.
This is definitely a grudge match.
They fought before these two.
That's right.
And they didn't agree on the decision.
That's right. So we're going to take it up to Justin as he announces the two gentlemen coming in.
We now proceed with our fourth bout of the evening in the super heavyweight division. Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner, representing the Department of Sanitation, he is Tafari Smith. And his opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, representing the NYPD, Justin Thomas.
All right, George, we saw these two fight before, and it was very close. It was very close.
And that's
Justin
why we're
Thomas
here tonight.
Edged it out, and Tafari Smith didn't think he won the fight. You know, meaning Justin won the fight. You know, Tafari Smith thought he won the fight, meaning Tafari Smith.
Right. You just confused everybody, including me. Thank you.
Okay. Well,
right.
Justin won last time. Let's see. Justin's in blue and white, and Tafari Smith is in the sanitation green.
It's Tafari Smith, sanitation worker, against the New York City Police Department police officer. As they tangled up here, the referee Lou steps in.
Right. I wonder if they're going to go 1-minute rounds with this, or they're going to go longer. These two guys are open fighters.
And by the way, these guys are super heavyweight, so these are big boys in the ring.
They have to weigh over 203 pounds.
Thomas in the blue, Smith in the red.
Yes. Well, let's just call it green by his jersey, because he's wearing some different color gloves. The blue and white is Justin Thomas. And Tafari Smith is in the sanitation green.
All right, nice combination there by Thomas. Coming forward, Smith steps back for just a minute. They only have a minute to go. Or actually, with the open fighters, do they give them 3 minutes?
I don't know what they're going to do. They might give him 3 minutes. I'm not sure.
And if you're watching boxing for the first time, can you just explain what an open fighter is, Dave?
Okay, an open fighter means they have 10 fights or more, and they can do 3-minute rounds. A novice fighter does 2-minute rounds, and smoker fighters do 1-minute rounds. So we don't know if we're in the 1-minute constraint or the 3-minute constraint.
I think we're over a minute already.
Right. We might be in a 2-minute constraint because they might say, you know, they're open fighters, but it's still a smoker.
Yeah, so you see the action's a little bit slower, but actually the punches are crisper.
And more skilled.
And it's a lot more skilled boxing. Nice combination moving forward is Thomas.
I think Thomas caught Tafari Smith with a good jab. And I think they're going for 2-minute rounds here.
Yeah, that's definitely a 2-minute round. 10-second warning just
sounded.
Sounded, yeah.
All right, so I think they're doing 2-minute rounds for these open fighters.
And you know, Dave, I think I saw Thomas winning this round because he was being a little bit more aggressive. Smith was just sitting back and waiting on Thomas to come in to counter.
Yeah, you know what? Tafari Smith has that way about him. I remember in the first fight, he was kind of laid back, and I don't mean laid back in a couple of ways. I mean like in a counter punches type of way, but not throwing as many counter punches. So if you're going to set up as a counter puncher, you have to throw counter punches.
Right, we didn't see a lot of activity in that first round. He did get a couple of good punches in there, but I don't know if he edged that out that first round. We'll see. I got Justin Thomas winning that one.
And now Justin Thomas, last time they fought, charged forward like a bull. You know, I mean, I think he even headbutted Tafari Smith a few times. You know, that's how it was. But he seems to be holding back a little bit, and that might be throwing Tafari Smith off a little bit. Let's see if they make adjustments for round 2.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, they meet in the center of the ring again. Double jabs there by Justin.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, Tafari Smith, he moves back nicely, but he puts his hands up. He shows that nice footwork. But you got to hit right there. Right there is where you got to hit. If you're a counterpuncher, now when Justin Thomas has put his shoulders on you, it's too late. It's too late to counter.
Good counter there by Smith as Thomas was coming forward. Now a little rough housing there in the corner. Referee steps in and breaks them up.
Right. So it seems that Justin Thomas is going to only hit when he's coming in. And
you know, I don't know if this style is going to favor Smith because now he's hanging on and holding on to Thomas. Referee steps in and breaks him up. But you don't have much time. If it's 2 minutes, you got it.
right. He's fighting like a pro style, you know?
Right. Not with 2 minutes.
Not with 2 minutes. No, you don't have a chance.
So again, now it looks like changing his strategy is a little bit as Thomas. Got a little bit more active there. Hangs on to. Pardon, Smith changes his tactics a little bit. Moving forward again is Thomas.
Well, I think we got the feel of this fight. Thomas is coming forward, and Smith is trying to counter. Oh, look at that. Smith comes forward with a couple of punches.
Well, he just did, like I just said a couple of seconds ago. It looks like he adjusted a little bit in the middle of this round. Moving forward, and that's how come they get tangled up. And so finding some room at the end there, right before the bell, was Thomas getting a couple left hands inside.
Yeah, but Smith threw a couple of right uppercuts in there as well. So I'm not sure who could win. And that's something you see all the time, George, in the amateurs. You will see guys, you know, only doing offense when they're coming forward. As opposed to the pros, it's like they will emit offense in any direction, you know. And the aggressiveness is they have them coming forward, and you know they have to time their punches exactly in a certain space. Otherwise, they'll get tangled up, and unless they are really good inside fighters, they won't land anything.
All right, so we'll see what the third and final round is going to have for these two gentlemen, and see. But so far, I got the second half of the second round. Smith did a lot better, was being a little bit more aggressive, and he might have edged out that round.
Do you see that's a 1-1 with the third round deciding?
Absolutely. This might be the deciding round right here.
Okay, I see it as confusion. I have no idea who's in head or behind or even tied. See, they're tangled up again, George.
Lou steps in, steps them up, separates them rather.
Look at that. This is a repeat of one where Justin was coming forward head first and throwing punches. And he's going to win this third round by doing that if Tafari Smith doesn't make an adjustment.
Oh, okay. You mean Thomas. Okay.
Right.
And there it is. Now you're looking for a lot more aggressive. And some punches that are countering and catching Thomas.
Yeah, Tafari Smith let out with a barrage of punches. And here comes Justin. But again, coming forward and throwing and landing punches can be two different things.
And the thing about it is he's keeping his head down, and the referee's warning Thomas for keeping his head down. And I think it's just if Smith just sits back a little bit, catch Thomas with an uppercut.
I tell you what, Smith was throwing some punches with some bad intentions right there. Not one of them hit Thomas, but if they
good
did,
uppercut, just like I called it, Dave.
You know, those are rocking type punches, meaning that they'll rock somebody if they hit them. All right, let's see how Justin Thomas responds.
And the left hand there by Smith as Thomas comes in.
I tell you what, Justin Thomas comes forward no matter what.
Good left hand that connects by Smith.
Yeah, I don't think it connected flush, but it did connect. If it connected flush, I think
Thomas would probably be on the floor, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Again, moving forward is Thomas with his head down.
But not too effectively. There we go. There's some work by Thomas.
Last 10 seconds.
And here's Smith coming
I got to
back.
tell you, I think I see Smith winning this fight.
I'm not sure.
And that's it. That's the end of this bout.
Yeah. And George, can I just say something about that last 30 seconds?
Sure.
It was ugly. That was a real fight. It was almost MMA-ish in how ugly it was. You know, the MMA guys, they can fight, but they're ugly. They're not pretty. They're not pretty fighters like boxers. And when boxers mix it up like that, it's some ugly fighting.
All right, so we're going to see if there's going to be a rubber match after this, or we have a clear, concise winner from these two meeting again.
And that depends on what the judges like, George. It's not a cut and dry thing. Do you like the guy coming forward? Do you like the guy being aggressive? Do you like the other person stepping back? And I'm talking about Tafari Smith stepping back, looking for his shots. And he finally did land some shots, but it took him more into the second and third rounds, especially the third round where he landed some really good shots. And is that enough to win the round? You know, a lot of questions, George.
A lot of questions, and they're going to be answered in just a second when the referee gets the scorecards from the judges. But I think Smith may have pulled it off because the second half of the second round, Smith made an adjustment, was a lot more aggressive. And then you saw Thomas coming with his head down all the time, but not really effective. I didn't see him with clear, convincing punches where I saw that with Smith. He was finding the punches in between the gaps. So we'll see.
So you want effective aggression. You don't want just aggression.
Yeah, it's got to be effective. You got to put some leather somewhere on that body to score that point.
If you sick a dog on a person and he bites the wrong guy, that's not effective aggression, is it, George?
No, not at all.
I'm just saying. Not that I ever was in K9, but I did fail the interview.
All right, so we're just waiting for the scorecards.
And the official announcement.
Yep. And by the way, if you are in the Staten Island area, you can drop by the Hawk Stadium here and come watch this in person.
What kind of hawk? What kind of hawk?
Ferryhawk.
Ferryhawk.
That's a special type of species that's only in this area, dude, in Staten Island.
Is Justin Thomas putting on some moves? Uh-oh.
All right, you got some
the
kind
crowd.
of some of the crowds, some of the members, family members in the crowd here, watching and having an entertaining evening of boxing on a beautiful September 10th evening.
Look at Tafari Smith. He's feeling himself, George. He's a mechanic, by the way. He's not just a regular sanitation guy. He is a mechanic.
All right, let's take it up to the ring for the official announcement from Justin Manning.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for these two first responders in the center of the ring. Your winner of bout number 4 in the super heavyweight division by split decision, boxing out of the red corner, representing the Department of Sanitation, New York, Tafari Smith.
And Dave, what did I tell you?
And
split decision.
Split decision, because it depends on what you like.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the same in professional boxing. You know, it's up to the judges to decide, and they are biased in their likes of boxing.
Right, but in this case, I saw just good, effective punching, even in those tight spots by Smith, by Tafari Smith. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.